All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, so I'm sore today. You know, getting in shape, getting fit, getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Winter time's over, so my down season is down. All right. So now we're gonna continue picking up with fringes,
Yes.
and this is going to get deep. So now we're going to talk about because every story there's more than one level to it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you know you're going to have loyalty to your leadership to the process, and what that means is if the leader says something, then it's the leader's fault, all right? The fault goes up. So if you're following an instruction exactly the way it said, you could say, this one told me, this is how they told me to do it, and it goes up.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you take your own route,
Yeah.
you're on your own. Okay?
Yes.
Don't be that guy. So here we are, we're gonna find out what happened to that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers chapter 16, verse 1. But Korach bar Tizar bar Kihath bar Levi. So this is Korach, fourth generation from Levi, with Dathan and Aburan, the sons of Eliab, and On bar Peleth of the Beni Reuben. He took his robe, which was all of hyacinth. All right, so now we at the time, and they making the garments. So you remember in the book of Exodus, they getting ready to make the garments because they're getting ready to enter into the covenant.
Yes.
This is at that time.
Okay.
Okay? And he said his robe was all of hyacinth. So he took his robe, his enwrapment, same one I have here, and he got a lot of flowers. So, Korach was rich. We'll get into how he got rich, you know what I'm saying, another time.
Mm-hmm.
But he had his whole robe, every thread, every fiber, every sheet dipped in hyacinth. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he had the whole robe was of all hyacinth. And he rose up boldly in the face of Moses, appointed a different observance in the matter of the hyacinth. So now Korach, Moses says it's like this. Now Korach stands up boldly, and his robe is completely hyacinth, and he's saying, "No, that's not how we doing fringes. That's not how we do it. We do ours like this." All right. And Moses said, "Listen, I have heard from the mouth of the Holy One, whose name be blessed, that the fringes are to be of white with one filament of hyacinth." So we're talking about the fringes on the corner, and four are white. And there's only one, just this one.
Why? Because they're together.
The ones that's braided together, so that they're braided together on the thread, right? This thread is braided together, and all three of them are one filament. So there are three braided into one. This one is hyacinth. It's dipped in hyacinth, dried.
Okay.
Okay? The thread is dipped in hyacinth and dried. Okay? This is the only thing of your garment that can be made of yarn, is this one, the one that goes on the corner. Okay. So you see, I have a cord here. This cord can be hyacinth because it's guarding the hem, right? And this is the tassel end, right, of the fringes.
Okay.
Okay?
The corner, that's the only one.
Right. So you have to have, these are regular, right? The white ones, they're regular.
Right.
But these three that braided together, these are hyacinth, right? And the garment is lesumhon, desir, tequila, this, the tassel, and lesumhon, the fringe of its own, okay? So the end is just cut. It's not fringed, okay? It was hemmed, okay? It was hemmed, but it was cut open, and that's to add weight so the garment falls properly, you know, when you're wearing it. All right? So he said that the fringes, the tassels on the end, are to be of white with one filament of hyacinth. Oh, but Korah and his companions had made garments with their fringes all together hyacinths. The whole thing, the garment hyacinth, the fringe hyacinth, and the tassels is hyacinth, which Yah had not commanded. And 250 men of the sons of Israel who had been made leaders of the congregation at the time when they journeyed, and encampments were important by expression of their names, supported him. All right. So let's get this. Okay. Who went before Pharaoh for 7 years? Who went against Pharaoh for 7 years to bring them out of Egypt?
Musa.
Moses did. So Moses, he dealt with Pharaoh. Who learned in the same 7 years the customs and the traditions from Jethro before even coming to Egypt?
Musa.
Moses did. So Moses does all this work for them to bring them out. Who goes before the burning bush?
Musa.
Moses. Okay? Who has the understanding, the teaching of the Shabbats and everything else?
Musa.
Moses. Who did the Most High speak to and tell him and show with the plagues?
Musa.
Moses. You come to Mount Sinai. Who led you to Mount Sinai and you had provision prepared for you with Jethro and Jethro's family?
Musa.
Moses. Who led you to Mount Sinai and brought out the laws, the tablets?
Musa.
Moses. Who destroyed the golden calf and killed everybody who worshipped before it?
Musa.
Moses.
Aaron built it. Moses.
I'm just
God destroyed it.
I'm just saying, you know now, you've seen Moses now come, because now this is the time when, this is the same time when they making the garments to enter into the covenant. So you know Moses was the one called. But all of these 250 men side with Korah. Now these are the leaders that came out of Egypt. These not the ones the Most High called by name. All right? So when they came out of Egypt, right? When they got to Jethro's mountain, Jethro said, listen, let's appoint some leaders here first, because you can't get these people in order at this time. And Moses did, by Jethro's command. Well, that didn't work out too well, because now you have this issue now with Korah, and they siding with Korah.
Okay, quick question. With hyacinth, is not so much about a specific color hyacinth. It's from the plant itself.
It's from the plant itself. So hyacinth, you take the flowers,
because it comes in different colors.
and the flower comes in different colors, a full array of colors, and you can boil them down, and
Right.
it does make a dye.
Right.
But it can be any color. But
Yes.
the specificality is that you use this specific plant. Okay? And together against Moses, and said to them, let the authority you have hitherto suffice you. So now they got themselves together. They got themselves away from Pharaoh. They organized themselves. Now they like, yo, Moses, we appreciate all you did. Let that be enough. But step aside. There's 250 of us here. We got this. All right. For all the congregation is holy, and Yah Shekinah dwelleth among them. And why should you be magnified over the congregation of Yah? So Moses, why should you be king? Each of us is head of the tribe. We running this. We in agreement as a council together, and we gonna vote. And now, why you ruling over us to be king? And you know what I'm saying? I'm over my peoples. You ain't gonna run it like that. And Moses heard, and to him, it was as if every one of them was jealous over his wife and would have them drink the trial of bitter water on account of Moses. And he fell on his face for shame. So he was like, yo, what are you doing this? You sound like a man jealous over his woman about the leadership and the relationship that I have with the Most High, as if I'm telling you wrong. I'm just the one told to tell you, and you supposed to follow the instruction. The Most High set up the order, and yet you jealous because you thinking you could just lead and you're going to go before the Most High and do what you want. All right. And he spake with Korach and all the company who supported him, saying, in the morning Yah will make known who he hath approved and hath consecrated to approach into his service. And he who it hath pleased him should come nigh in ministering unto him. Do this. Let Korach and all the company of his helpers take census. Put fire in them and lay incense upon them before Yah tomorrow. And the man whom Yah shall make known, he it is who is consecrated. Let it suffice you, sons of Levi. So Korach is a Levite, and he feel like he should be the high priest. So now he's like, look, we the priests. We should be running things.
So he wanted to be the king.
He want to be king and priest. Because Moses is a Levite and he's the king, and Aaron was appointed his high priest. So now they think that the Most High is just showing, or Moses is just showing favoritism, and he's just putting on his family. Because you have Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. So you had this family, two brothers and a sister from the same mother. Korach is like, nah, we ain't with this. All right, that's fine. And Moses said to Korach and his kindred, hear now, you sons of Levi, is it too little for you that the Allah of Israel have set you apart from the congregation of Israel to draw near to do his service, to fulfill the ministry of Yah's tabernacle, and to stand before the congregation to minister to them? You see, the ministry of the Levites has two parts, right? There's a ministry to the people, their health, their well-being, their holiness, right? Their righteousness, making sure everybody's in the path and in the way. And the service unto the Most High's tabernacle, the putting it down, the taking it down, the resurrecting it up, the cleaning, the building, the whole thing, right? You're set apart among all people. You know what I'm saying? You receive an equal portion from what everybody else is growing, and you didn't have to work for it because you're working in different areas of the administration, right? Like the presidential administration, the Levites is an administration. They are administerial. And inspections, health, medicine, they are administerial. All right. But so hath he brought nigh thee and all the sons of Levi with thee, and now do you demand the high priesthood also? So now he separated all you Levites, gave you all instructions, and separated you to your assignments, and now you want the high priesthood also. You want to take it from Aaron. All right, let's see how this works out. Therefore art thou and all the company of thy helpers gathered together against the word of Yah and Aaron. What is he that you murmur against him? What is Aaron that you murmur against him? They forgot, right? So in the golden calf incident, right, Aaron made the golden calf and suffered a great humiliation because Aaron was wrong. He didn't stand strong. This happens. But he still got to come and do his job. His job is just to atone for the people, meaning he's going to do the priestly service as given, and he don't got no say. Moses, the king, does all the talking. Aaron does what he's told to do according to the instruction that the Most High gives. Aaron, he can hear what the Most High is saying. He is a witness
To the conversation.
to the conversation. But he doesn't say anything.
The conversation isn't directed to him, it's directed to Musa. Aaron's just a witness there to hear. He's just part of the conversation by listening.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's a witness. Why? The Most High is a judge. So there have to be witnesses. Okay? And Moshe sent men to summon Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, to the house of the great judgment. But they said, we will not come up. It is a little thing that thou hast brought us from Mitzrayim, a land that produceth milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, that ruling thou mayest domineer over us. So now the rest of these dudes say, you set us up out here. So for us to die, so you could just be king over us and rule over us. So the children of Israel have a disease coming out of Egypt. They lack order. They lack discipline. And they have a problem with black people being in charge. How about that?
Yeah, that is so true.
Sound the same, right?
Yes, it does.
All right. So how do we fix this? Because we got to fix it, right?
Yes, sir.
First of all, he said, that Egypt was a land flowing with milk and honey, meaning that that land was more prosperous.
That's an insult.
Oh, you insulting God now. You know, you insulting him. And you bringing up a false accusation saying that Moses brought you out here to kill you, yet you've been out here 2 years. Nobody trying to kill you. And the Most High appointed Moses king over all the house of Israel. And he bringing you out because he trained him and prepared him to do it. It ain't got nothing to do with you and how you feel about who you supposed to be. You supposed to be in your position. You given the position of rulership. You just want one to be at the tippy top, but you're not responsible for the ordering of the people. The Most High selected who he selected and prepared that person for you. You're coming into that preparation that the Most High prepared with the person the Most High chose. Right. That is how that worked.
Yeah, because Yah appointed that person.
That person.
And the power that they see coming from that person is not that person.
It's not.
It's
the Most High.
It's the Most High. And that's what you're coveting.
Right.
You're covering that power.
You're coveting that power and that relationship. That's why Moses said, it's like somebody's angry about their wife. Like you want to control the Most High. No. Don't you understand? As men, we are all the Most High's wives.
Right. The
Most High is the head of the household. If he says, I'm wife number 1 and you wife number 2, that's it.
Right.
We still going to get him the same.
Right.
He's going to give you according to you. He's going to give me according to me. And that's what it's going to be. Now, I'm going to be a good wife because I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get all I'm supposed to get from my husband because I don't even want what you want. But let's see how they handled the situation because now you see the correlation. This is, again, Dathan and Abiram speaking. I know you guys like to say Abiram, but there is no Abiram, okay? It's Abu, right? This is Abu, and then Ram, son of Ram, right? Basically Ram Jr., Abu Ram.
14.
Neither hast thou brought us into the land producing milk and honey to give us an inheritance of fields and vineyards. Now, did he just forget what happened? They mad at Moses saying, you didn't bring us into the land that produces milk and honey to possess it. Y'all just jacked that up.
Right?
With the people you picked. Now I see what's going on around here, right? So we didn't get into the land because you leaders picked brothers, some real shady brothers, because you was always plotting that once you got in the land, you was going to get rid of Moses anyway.
Whoa.
So you was like, yo, go see if the land, see if we could take these people by war. You know what I'm saying? If we can't take them by war, we know that Most High ain't sent him. But the Most High never said you was going to take the land by war. You assume that. Yeah, we're gonna come back.
Yeah, this is getting too good.
All right, so we back. So the Most High never said he was going to take the land by war. You assumed that. And then you sent the people who was part of your war party and campaign, because you was like, yo, this the land right here, we're getting ready to go in. We're going to smash whoever's on it. We're going to take everything. And then we're going to get rid of Moses. But when they got to the land and seen that there was giants and these people were strong and they had their stuff together and they had order, They came back, and that's why they told the story they told. Nah, we can't beat them. They got their shit together. They'll smash us if we whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, this is where the idea came. So then Moses let us out here to kill us because we can't beat them. So now they move on because now they say, hey, we can't get into the land. And now you tell us that the Most High said we got to spend 40 years out here. We can't spend 40 years out here. You trying to kill us.
But you killing yourself because it's what you did is why you got to do 40 years. It had nothing to do with Musa. You choose not to accept the report. You choose to reject what Yah said has to be done and what will be done. It was on your own agenda why you're in the situation that you are in. That don't have nothing to do with Musa and Harun. That was your choice, your decision. So you gotta live with your decision. But because you don't want to accept responsibility of what you yourself have done, now y'all ready to take over?
Now you
Ain't
see.
that something?
So now you see. So when they felt like they was getting close, they figured they was going to jump up, seize power from Moses by sheer numbers, and they was going to take the reins. This was their plot the whole time.
I was about to say, it sounds like this is what they were planning to do from the very beginning.
No loyalty, no real understanding of the Most High's process. Yo, we came out, we got this, we brought this from Egypt, and we got people, and they ready to throw down. And so you think you're gonna overcome with your plan. All right. So they couldn't get the vineyards and the fields. Will thou blind the eyes of the men of that land, that thou mayest overcome them? We shall not go up thither. Now they mad because they sent people over there, and those people died too. So now not only did the scouts that they sent die, but when they tried to make their own army to go over there, them dudes died. And now they still trying to we still got enough people, 250 of us. Yo, Moses ain't but one dude. Let's go step to him. This time he knew that we gonna take over this.
But didn't Musa instruct them not to go to the war? If I'm not mistaken, he
told
instructed them not to go, but they went.
They went anyway. Okay. So now, verse number 15, and Moses was wroth. Moses mad. Oh, Moses heated. And said before Yah, I beseech thee, look not upon their offering, the portion of their hands, for not an ass have I taken from one of them, nor to any of them do an injury. So Moses said, I ain't take nothing from these people, for nothing personal. The stuff for the tabernacle, I made the tabernacle is theirs. I didn't take nothing from them. Nor have I done any of them any injury. I didn't even touch none of them. I ain't smacked nobody. I ain't punched nobody in the face. I ain't hit nobody or do nobody nothing. I ain't killed nobody. Because even when it came to stoning anybody, the congregation stoned the people according to the word of the Most High by the law. I didn't even do nothing. And Moses said to Korah, thou and all the congregation, thou and all the company of thy helpers come together to the house of judgment before Yah tomorrow. Thou, they, and Aaron. And take everyone in censers. So now y'all got the censers for the priestly service. And put incense on them, and let each offer his censer before Yah. 250 censers. Thou also and Aaron, each man his censer. The 250 men, everyone took his censer and put fire in them and sweet incense in it, and stood at the door of the tabernacle of ordinance on one side, but Aaron and Moses on the other. So they got 250
with two.
ready to do the whole service, and Aaron and Moses alone on the other side, and the congregation is looking. We got ourselves a showdown. And Korah gathered to them the whole congregation at the door of the tabernacle, and he had brought forth from his riches 2 treasures which he had found among the treasure of Joseph, filled with gold and silver, and sought with them to drive the riches of Moses and Aaron out of the world. But by the glory of Yahweh revealed itself to all the congregation. So first of all, how these 2 got rich. Dathan, Abiram, and Nathan, right? This is how they was able to organize the army. They robbed Joseph. The gold from Joseph's tomb, when they went in and took the body, when they buried Joseph, they buried him with all kind of wealth, all kind of gold as his portion, as is customary and tradition for burials in Egypt for high administrative officials and pharaohs. They went in there when they took Joseph's body out, took Joseph's gold, stole it. All right. And so now he done paid up his own army from the gold and the silver that they stole from Joseph. Told you I was going to get to it. Here we go. Now we know how they got rich. Now we know that they bribed all these men. Now we know how they had all the gold and they doing all of this. And now they was like, now that we got money, we got the numbers, we got the manpower, and the people gonna follow the leader. They gonna fall in line with us and what we gotta say. To heck with what this dude talking about. Hell with Moses and what he talking about. Hell with Musa. We ain't listening to him. And his brother. Screw both of them. Y'all out of here. All right. You got it. You got it. And Yah spake with Moses and Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may destroy them quickly. So first of all, everybody is at the temple. The 250 men plus Dathan, Abiram, and Korah. They there. They supposed to be getting ready for the Most High service and prayer, and you getting ready to take over the congregation. It's his first light, sunrise. We coming up for the morning prayer. And the Most High says to Moses and Aaron, Moses, Aaron, move. Get away from these people, because I'm about to kill them quickly. I'm about to destroy them quickly. But they bowed upon their faces in prayer and said, Il Ilah. That's literally what's written here too. Il Ilah, who has put the spirit of life in the bodies of the children of men, and from whom is given the spirit of all flesh. If one man hath sinned, wilt thou be angry with all the congregation? I'm going to say something, and because some of y'all don't get it. The Most High don't work for you. The Most High has zero tolerance for any disorder. We all are alive because of his mercy. And to be honest, when you see this situation right here, the Most High always separates the innocent. He'll move. Because when he's about to bring forth wrath, you can't even be near the place where the wrath is about to be poured out, lest it consume you too. The Most High break out a broadsword. He ain't gonna break out a scalpel. He'll tell you, go over here in a far off place and hide yourself. Because I'm about to mash everything over here. And that's what you're getting ready to see. So now you have Aaron and Moses praying for the innocent ones of the congregation. Not for these other ones.
No, for the innocent ones.
For the innocent ones, the ones that they don't know and they standing by, they just watching and they don't know how to get involved. They don't know what the judgment of the matter is. They just, we're here to see. And we're not trying to get involved in no fight. We ain't come out here for all of this. Let there be peace among brethren and,
Yeah.
These people.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes to show you the different character because these people heard what the Most High said and they didn't move. So they really thought that Moses and Aaron was some liars. Or they thought that this maybe was a show. You know what I'm saying? That Moses and Aaron had set something up in the middle of the night and this is all BS. And they was getting ready to catch Moses and them in the lie, even after seeing all the signs and the wonders. Let's see what the Most High got to say. And Yah spake with Moshe, saying, I have accepted thy prayer for the congregation. All right. I have accepted thy prayer for the congregation. Now speak with them, saying, remove away from the tents of Korach, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses got up and went to remonstrate. Now, if you don't know what remonstrate means, right? Right? He went to go protest. Right? He went to go exercise force angrily to move the people away from Dathan. He went to go move the people away from Dathan, Korach, and Abiram. And to remonstrate with Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed. And he said to the congregation, remove now away from the tents of these men of sin, who have been worthy of death from the days of their youth.
Ooh.
Now we get to the point of revelation, because you done did all you wanted to do. Now we get to the point where everybody gonna show their cards. For they betrayed my secret when I killed the Egyptian man, when I was protecting my brother, and the Egyptian man was beating him to death. So when I hit the Egyptian man and he died, they snitched. I was defending my brother and they sold me out to the west, to Egypt. They provoked their Yah at the sea. Right? They provoked their Yah to see. So they was the one, again, rebel rousing and getting the people stirred up about the Most High brought them here to die because the Pharaoh was behind them, the sea in the front. These are the same ones. Right? A lush. They at last they profane the Sabbath. How'd they profane the Shabbat? Because as you can clearly see, they got their own program. So they doing their own Shabbat according to how they see fit, not according to how Moses is instructing and guiding everybody else. And now they are gathered together against the word of Yah, and therefore is it fit that their wealth should be scattered abroad and destroyed. Touch not then anything that is theirs, nor be smitten on account of their sins. So now we know they got gold and silver in abundance. They got Joseph's gold, Joseph's silver, and Moses comes down and says, nobody touched nothing that's theirs. They stole it, they got it. This is about to be gone. It's about to be scattered. This is about to be out of here. We're not even going to take it from them. They did all of this stuff and it kept winding up to the same point. And they went apart from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, round about. But Dathan and Abiram came out with reviling words and arose and provoked Moses at the door of their tents with their wives, their sons, and their little ones. So they came out of their tents, of course, arguing, talking crazy, real greasy. So we got ourselves a little argument. And the elders of Israel is moving the people away now. I said the elders. Notice I didn't say the ones that was with them. The ones, the 250 that's with them, the same. But the elders. Back up, y'all. And Moses said, by this you shall know that Yah has sent me to do all these works, and that I do them not from the thoughts of my heart. So in other words, now by this sign you will know that the Most High is the one doing everything. And it's not me, like I'm some great magician, or like I have some power doing this out of my heart. Like this is what I want to do. There's an instruction here I'm following, and I'm telling you, this is what it is. But you're going to get this sign. If these men die after the manner of dying in which all men die, and the common account of all men be accounted upon them, then Yah has not sent me. So if they live a regular good old life and die a regular death like everybody else, old age and, they passed and they sleep, the Most High didn't send me. But if a death which has not been created since the days of the world be now created for them. So now, if we create a new death, a new way to die that nobody has never seen before in this place, right here, right now, then you'll know that the Most High has sent me. What? 6,000,001 ways to die. We'll show you a new one today. And if a mouth of the earth, which has not been made from the beginning, be created now, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them, and all they have, and they go down alive into Sheol, you will understand that these men have provoked Yah to anger. Let me explain. The earth is going to cave in, but it's only going to swallow them, their wives, those men, the 250 men, and their children, the little ones, everything that's with them. All the gold and silver that they have, a sinkhole gonna open up, swallow them up. And then close on top of them. No. Got him. Now we all gonna see this happen right here, right now. And it came to pass, verse number 31, when he had finished speaking these words, the earth beneath them clave asunder. The earth collapsed. The sinkhole opened up. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up. And the men of their houses, and all the men who adhered to Korah, and all their substance, all their gold, all their stuff, their wood, the tent, the kids, the wives, the clothes, all of it. And they went down and all they had alive into Sheol. Now, you have to understand something. There's Sheol, the grave. It's a new word for you. So Sheol is the grave. Gehenna is hell, the fires of hell. So they go into Sheol. They go into the grave right now. Right now. They're going alive to die in it. Them, all the men, the 250, the wives, and the children, all together. Well, why the wives and the children gotta go? None of them said, hey, listen, I'm not with this. I'm not with this uprising. Y'all formulating the crew to go gang up on these people after they let us out of Egypt. This is not right. I'm not with it. Because a wicked woman is a wicked man's portion. She picked him. She knew how he was, and she felt like he was a go-getter, a hustler. Maybe he was a thug or a gangster or a street dude. And maybe they came out strong in strong numbers with good money. And they thought that they were going to come out, see things get established, take over, and now they're going to be kings over the city and they're going to run it their way. It didn't happen then. It sure ain't going to happen now. We continue when we get back. All right? So,
a quick question.
yes.
Okay, you were saying when we were talking about why the wives and the children. Okay, if the wives would have spoken up, they wouldn't have won. So that means that if
The wife could have spoken up
that's what I want.
and saved herself and the children. Could have. Didn't.
But she could have.
No. She's standing behind her man, with her man in their tent, in their house, her and the children. You got this man, he out here protesting, his head on swole. He got his 250 men, and it feel like Moses and Aaron, and they done did this thing, and they feel like they right and they wrong. You're trying to bring the man that the Most High appointed under subjection to you, and it's not that way. The Most High appointed this man who follows his instruction over you. There's no amount of numbers to change his direction or to change the direction of what needs to be done and how it is going to be done. Anybody going against the grain gets destroyed. The Most High removes the man and destroys the whole thing. Who suffers? The people. Okay, so let's continue. And they went down with all that they had alive into Sheol, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from the midst of the congregation. And all Israel who were round about them fled from the terror of the voice of their voice. So now the people running, because you could hear them alive. The earth opened and it closed on top of them, and you could hear them as they cried and said, "Righteous is Yah, and his judgment is truth, and the words of his servant Musa, are truth. But we are wicked, who have rebelled against him." And the children of Israel fled when they heard. For they said, "Lest the earth swallows us up." They didn't want to get swallowed up too. And the fire came out in wrath from before Yah and devoured the 250 men who offered the incense. So after it consumed the main family ones in the tent, the other ones who wasn't around where they was holding the incense.
They were still a part of
You part of the movement, and the Most High don't forget. He don't forget. You ain't repented yet. You trying to blend in with the crowd and lay low. I ain't know it was like that. Nah, you knew. And fire came out in wrath from before Yah and devoured the 250 men who offered the incense. And Yah spake with Moses, saying, "Bid Eleazar the priest to take away the censers from among the burning." So now Eleazar have to go out and take the incense from the men that's burning. They on fire. No, go back and get them incense. I burn it. They polluted it. I burnt them, and they're burnt off the sin that they committed with the incense. Take the incense from the burning and scatter the fire hither and thither. Right? So scatter the fire out. For the senses of these guilty men who have been punished by the destruction of their lives are consecrated. Told you. The men filthy. They want to make something the Most High didn't say. The way the Most High said to do it, you want to do something different. Most High killed them. Most High killed them. And then told Eleazar, go get my senses back. Them senses is consecrated.
So you can lose your position.
Whoa, it's difficult. I'm telling you. It ain't about it. Positions and titles are held in loyal duty of service. And loyal duty of service is, you have to accept, your positioning. This where you are is where you are. You know what I'm saying? The Most High does elevate. You know what I'm saying? But it don't come with drive and ambition. It comes by dedication and honesty in work. He says, and make of them broad plates for the covering of the altar, because they bear them before Yah. Therefore they are consecrated, and they shall be for a sign to the children of Israel. And Eleazar the priest took the brazen censers, which they who had carried, and beaten them out for a covering for the body of the altar, as they had before used them for the service of the altar. So that's how they covered the altar with the extra brass. For a memorial to the sons of Israel, that no common man who is not of the sons of Aaron may offer incense before Yah. Period. So that's the privilege. You want to offer incense before Yah? Listen, you could do it with some incense in your house. We do have like oud, the wood, to be burned, and you could do some frankincense. But the holy incense that the Most High required, no. And to do that in the tabernacle, no. That's for Aaron and his sons only. And that no man should behave himself factiously. Now, this word factiously, no man should behave himself in any type of group to form a group of dissension, of overriding conflict, or to have a separate party factiously, okay? You cannot move, you cannot form a crew or faction. You cannot form these things to obtain the priesthood. All right? It ain't done by your vote. Period. That's what it is. I'm telling you. As did Korah and the company of his helpers, and whose end to be perish. Not indeed with the death like that of Korah and his company, by being burned by fire and by being swallowed up by the earth, but punished with leprosy, as when Yah said to Moshe, put thy hand in thy bosom, and his hand was stricken with leprosy, so would it be with him. So now there is a covenant. Anybody who's trying to take role in leadership away from the priesthood can be the high priest or anything like unto it. If you come here and try it, we know you not, because you're going to get hit with leprosy. And this is the Most High's mercy to tell you, back up. It ain't you. It's not you. Okay? I promise you, you will have been warned priorly before that no, it's not you. But should you come and try it, you will find out leprosy is real. Okay? So, now we continue. But on the following day, the whole congregation murmured against Moses and Aaron, saying, you have been the occasion of the judgment of death against the people of Yah. Oh, so now the people coming up against Moses and Aaron again.
He said, these people not learning.
Because the 250 men died, Dathan and Abiram died, the soldiers who went up to take the war died. And now, here we go. They're saying these people dying because it's your fault. Moses and Aaron, this is on account of you. This is on occasion of the judgment of death against the people of Yah. And it was that when the congregation had gathered against Moses and Aaron to kill them. So now, because their family members died, their friends died, the people they loved died, they was like, nah, I'm done with this. They killing too many people. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like it's justified, like it's warranted. You got to understand, this not your people. It's not your city. It's not your rules. It's not my rules neither. Nobody asked me how I felt about it. As a matter of fact, the Most High does not even care. The only thing I do is serve. I do what he say, how he say, when he say. That is all. I do what is written, and it's going to be that. I will do what it says to do, period. No matter how you slice it, the parts you like and the parts you don't like, I will do what it says do. That's where I stand. And it was when the congregation had gathered to kill Moses and Aaron, to kill them, they looked toward the tabernacle of ordinance, and behold, the cloud of glory of the Shekinah covered it, and the glory of Yah was revealed there. So now the people see the cloud. The people see the cloud, and they like, okay, what we gonna do? Look, oh snap, the Most High summoning them. The Most High is here, don't move. They know the cloud, because, the same cloud, it killed Pharaoh, so they stopped for a moment, but they wanted to kill because their family members had killed. I remember that. Moses and Aaron went from the congregation to the door of the tabernacle, and Yah spake with Moses, saying, separate from the midst of this congregation, and I will consume them at once. But they bowed themselves on their faces in prayer. Moses said to Aaron, take the censer. So they praying now to try to protect these people. Wait, don't kill the congregation. Wait, hold on. They're a little upset. The people died. Nah, I'm not with it. I'm with the Most High on this one. What? This the difference. I'm not Moses. I'm not this Moses. No, I'm not Moses at all. I'm gonna tell you, I'm with the Most High on this. Cause don't nobody want to put up with that BS when you trying to build for your sake. I'm trying to build for you. I don't even get no profit off of nothing that gets done. It doesn't benefit me like my pockets, like you see today, where I become like a wealthy Saudi prince and I feed off of the people. No,
It's totally different.
it's different. This to benefit you. I get the profit. It is way later.
And that comes straight from Yah himself.
Yeah, it's way later. Listen, this different. All right? Take the censer, put fire in it from the altar, and sweet incense on the fire. Bear it quickly into the congregation and make atonement for them for a destruction like that which consumed them in Horeb, whose name is burning, has begun by command to kill from the presence of Yah. So, first of all, the Most High have an angel, the angel of destruction, right? They call it burning. And he's like, listen, Aaron, Moses is far away. He can hear the judgment of Yah from afar. Aaron, get the censer. Aaron can't hear. He's not close to the tabernacle. Moses can hear. Close, not close, far. Moses here. You see that?
Yes.
He said, Aaron, listen, get the census. Run out and get in the middle of the people and make atonement for them quickly. And he says, this command to kill, the Most High said, one word, burning, kill.
He's all Shaddai. He's all Shaddai.
People, you know what El Shaddai means? Or you say El Shaddai. This means the Most High who destroys and then repents. I kill and make alive. I'll show you how this works. I'll show you who's God. Woo! And by commandment kill from the presence of Yah. And Aaron took as Moses had said and ran into the midst of the congregation, and behold, the destructive burning had begun to destroy the people. But he put on incense and made atonement for the people. And Aaron stood in the midst of the people between the dead and the living with the censer and interceded in prayer. And the plague was restrained. But the number who had died by the plague was 14,700, beside those who had died in the schism of Korach. I'm going to stop here. Okay? Well, I'm going to read this last verse, and I'm going to stop at 15. And Aaron returned to Moses at the door of the tabernacle, and the plague was stayed. I want y'all to understand something real quick. You're going to be moving, and death going to be following you. Hence why I'm making the sanctuary. It's the safe place where I'm able to assemble the people, place them in the proper order so that we may survive. We will set back in order the priesthood to intercede again on behalf of the people. It will be exactly as I tell you. It will not be any different. The plague is about to be sent out to the whole world. If you thought the corona was a joke, believe me when I tell you, when this come through, you will know that Yah is Allah. And you will look for me. And I will be here. But you will obey, because it will not stop. It will not stop. I'm not interceding on behalf of the peoples back home or anywhere. I kid you not. The only thing that will save you is that you will obey these instructions. Now, somebody's watching this saying, this dude is a quack. He's a goofball.
Oh, they'll say, oh, you cursing them.
It's all right. I'm the one trying to save you from the wrath of the Most High. If you want to face him head on, only the Most High can judge you. Only God can judge you. All right, here he come. Every time he come through, y'all ducking. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's going to be death. It's no way around it. You can't stop it.
What's coming is not even, I'm telling you, it's not even describable. I'm telling you. It's getting ready to manifest itself in its fullness. Yet again. We're in the same cycle that we were in, the same cycle that we were in 2019. Now we're doing it again in 2023, and it's worse. So in 2019, at the end of 2019, I had my proclamation where I was pronounced king over all the children of Israel, especially the house of Judah, being from the house of David. After that, Corona, 2020, 2021, everything locked down, right? 2021, I leave and come back to America. I take care of all my personal affairs. I deal with all my personal issues. Now I'm taking the possession of the land by buying it. For 7 years, I've said the same thing. There's no other way around it. If you think you can run your idea in other places, I implore you, knock yourself out, do so. Don't stay too long, because you're going to see the death catch up with you wherever you going. That's just the way it is. Now, here we are, 2021, 2022, I come out again. I'm on my next cycle. I'm in my 8th year. So now we're going to do this again. This time will be different, right? A lot different. My first 7 years, I had a teacher, and my teacher was training me, and I had to finish my training. Now that I finished, and I've been tested for a year on my own, I passed, I'm free, I am out. Now I'm telling you, this is what's coming again. Now, when it comes this time, it will be, when I tell you worse, there'll be no stop to it. It'll just continue. It'll pulse and it keep coming worse and worse and worse, and there'll be no escape. So if you get this message, I just want you to know, I wish you well. I wish you would find me, and I wish you would build with me and get in under this law and under this order. All right? That's all I'm saying for today. If you don't like what I got to say, it's okay. Turn off the YouTube channel, because I never go viral.
Right.
I see y'all. One step, one step.